Hey, good morning. Yes, it is. It's Saturday, January 6th. We got our coffee here. So I thought I'd go off topic to something, you know, I asked for your input on the videos coming up about whether I should move some over to a different channel or not. So I'm going to do what you guys have told me is keep doing them. And if it interests you, then you can simply watch them, right? If it doesn't, then you can just pass over them and go to something that you think you would like, which is awesome. So that way it's less on me trying to figure out. I mean, I'm running two channels now, one for the farm side and one for here. And the idea of starting a third one kind of is crazy right now. So today I thought we'd delve into, you know, the lost art of becoming a man, of becoming a father. Stick with us. So where am I going with this topic, right? You know, what is it to be a man and to be a father? I think, you know, things change, right? But I think we're not creating good young men and good fathers. And from what I'm seeing, the biggest takeaway would be nobody is teaching them how, right? Where's the role model of what one should be and what someone, a young boy, a young man should strive to become, right? One of the hardest things going on that I see are basically a lot of, excuse me, a lot of, single parent homes. And this isn't to take away from single parents. You guys are, just totally awesome. I mean, you deal with what you got to deal with, and you do your best. That's all anybody could ask of you. But in a lot of those homes, the father isn't present. And my question is, why? It's because I don't think they were taught how to be a father either. What is it to become a father? What is it to become a good, standing man? It's a learned behavior, folks. It's not something that, just automatically happens. It's something that we've been taught. And I feel blessed in my life that I was able to have a great mentor, a great person to try to emulate, which was my grandfather. My grandfather was a great father and a great man and respected by everyone. And he wasn't respected because of having the iron fist or the gavel or this or that. Actually, he was very soft-spoken. And he's a lot like me, that when I get angry, my voice tends to go down. I don't scream. I'm not a screamer, folks. My voice goes down to a lower note of, you better listen. This is the way it's going to be. And I think there's so many young men that don't have what I had. And that is someone to show them what it is to be a good father and someone that people would gravitate toward as being a good, solid man. Men and women are different, okay? We pretty much all figured that one out, right? But women know what they want. Women know what they're, whether it's they're going to have kids and be a good mom, and you're going to be the one that the kids run to when they need that kiss the boo-boo, the hug, the... Where does that leave the father and the good man? Well, for one, he's the protector. He's in charge of protecting his family with whatever means necessary. I mean, he is constantly on guard protecting his family. They always say, and this falls into leadership, that a leader always eats last. He always makes sure that the people in his circle, his family, are taken care of first before he takes care of himself. And I think a lot of people get misconstrued on, what a man is and the traits of a good man, of a good father. I've seen people try to emulate it with going out and, doing bodybuilding and getting arms this big and, big tough guy beat on your chest. That's not a man. To me, anyways, that's someone that's insecure in being themselves. So they try to emulate what they think by their actions. And that is toning up muscles and trying to impress. And a good father, a good man, and a good leader never tries to impress through other means. It is what it is, right? So when you're a single mom and you're raising some boys, you're thinking that they think like you. So you try to teach them the best that you know of to emulate you, which is the mom, instead of to emulate someone that is a good father, a good mentor, leader, and a good man. And you could tell me, well, that person is not in our lives. And a lot of it is because that father was never taught how to be a good father, a good mentor. Because if he was taught correctly, those boys would be his number one responsibility above all else. He would make sure that they ate before he ate, to make sure there was enough food to go around, if that makes any sense. He's not out bowling. He's not out hanging with his friends in the bar. No. Even if your relationship falls apart, which a lot of times it's because you weren't taught what a good relationship was to see. This all goes back to, teaching and how to become something if you're not shown. If you're not shown, you start reaching out in all different directions, trying to figure out what it is to be like a, right? What I can tell you is, no matter what it is, it's a learned behavior, okay? And when we're younger, we're taught either, that this is the right thing and this is the wrong thing. But if you don't have anybody there teaching you what's right and wrong, you don't hold the same values that real men, do. And I'm not saying that if the relationship is falling apart, and you can't stand each other, to stay together. I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying that good chances are both of you weren't shown how to have a good relationship, a healthy relationship. And that is, it's not like a box of chocolates, folks. It takes work. A good relationship is not about sex. Where most people look at it is, sex, beautiful, It's not. That's one of the benefits. And that's one of the benefits of having children, right? But it's not the core. What is the core of a solid relationship? It's finding somebody that's got your back, that you both agree on a lot of topics, okay? Hopefully, one of the things that you agree on for topics is values. What kind of values that each one of you have, and what type of values and character are you going to teach your kids? But a healthy relationship is that the husband and the wife both know that it's not going to be a cakewalk all the time. They just know that they're going to love each other and they're going to stick together. And when one is down, the other one is strong and pulls them back up. Right? And a good relationship, a healthy relationship, the husband and the wife both know their roles. And that is, mom, has the kids. Mom raises the kids. She takes care of all their needs. But the husband is doing something similar. But he's protecting his family and he's trying to provide, being a good provider and providing whatever needs that his wife and family have, right? And I'm not talking wealth, folks. Some of the best families out there that have provided us with great people with good moral and good character are ones that didn't have a nickel to their name. But they never gave up. They never succumbed to what their values were and what their character was. I mean, the biggest thing is trying to be somebody that you're not. Because if you're trying to be somebody that you're not, people are going to see right through you. See, the good man and the father has confidence in himself. He doesn't need outside stimulation to tell him who he is. He already knows who he is. He learned that when he was younger from either a mentor or a father figure. And he understands that you have to keep striving to become better at it. One thing to ask yourself right now, if you're a dad, would you go to the end of the earth for your child? And the answer should be yes. You would do anything for your child. That within the boundaries, okay? You are not going to take part in anything that would be harmful to your child. So now we know that the good man, the good father, the good mentor is not only a protector, he's a provider. And now he's also a teacher. And what is he going to teach? All right. Hopefully, he has been shown correctly and taught how to be a good man, a good father, a good mentor. And he's passing that on to his boys. And a lot of times I say, don't tell me, show me. And if you're teaching your kids good values, how to be of good character, but then you're acting totally different than what you're telling someone to be, you're a hypocrite. You have to live by what you say, right? And I'm not saying that you're never going to make a mistake as a father, as a man, as a mentor. You're going to make plenty of them. But that's how we learn, right? By making mistakes. A good father wants his child to, and this isn't just for the boys and his family, it's all his kids. That he's teaching them by giving them the room to experience. And the values that they're picking up are they're watching their parents. And what their parents are emulating out to other people. A good man, a good father, and a good mentor is honest, trustworthy. Why is that? Because he will give you an honest answer. And if you come to him in confidence, that's where it will remain, is in confidence. Unless it's something where you're going to try to do harm to yourself or others, all right? But it stops here, all right? If you have a problem or a dilemma, you're going to bring it to someone that will be honest with you, that you can confide in, you feel comfortable confiding in, that you know that you're not going to be on the news the next day. And most often, the good father, the good husband, the good man, the good mentor is the quietest in the group. He doesn't feel the need to impress other people because he's confident in who he is. If that makes any sense. So we know he's a protector, a provider, and now he's a teacher. And he's teaching his boys what it is what you need to do to become a good man, all right? And he's teaching them through showing them, and then also doing things. You know, your kids are always watching you, and your kids will try to be you. You need to be someone that they can rely on, all right? That you're there, you're the anchor, you're the dad, you're the father, you're the husband, you're the good man, you're the good mentor. You're the one that holds everything together. You're the anchor for that family. But the one thing I want you to walk away from in this video is that it's a learned behavior. And if your relationships isn't that great, you know, with other people, with your kids, and you're struggling, cut yourself some slack. Here's how we're gonna kind of walk through it. We're gonna step through it. All right. You're not. See, the best thing is that becoming is a learned behavior that no one has taken the time to show you. And that's why I call it the lost art. And that's why I think the divorce rate is over 50%. That's why I think a lot of people aren't getting married. That's why I think there's a lot of single parent families. Nobody showed you how to become good at it. And it takes practice, right? So let's talk about some steps that we can start today that will get you in the right place. Again, it's a learned behavior, guys and gals, if you're listening. But most of my audience is guys. You first have to become comfortable within yourself, with who you are. And that's going to take a little bit of soul searching. Stop trying to be what anybody else wants you to be. You don't need to be the loudest man in the room. You don't need to be the guy that's buffed up and has so many muscles that... And you don't need to be the center of attention. Insecure people do, but not confident people. And how do you become confident within yourself? Because that's taught behavior too, right? It's a learned behavior. Why are some people more confident than others? And most often the case is that they had good parents and their parents allowed them to try new things. And when they failed, they were there to help put them back together again. Not tell them they had to keep doing it. If they hate football, why push them into football, right? If you're trying to push them into football, good chances are it's because you didn't play football and you wished you would have. But you need to let your child be who your child is. That's where the confidence comes in. They know who they are. So stop worrying about what everybody else thinks. Stop trying to impress everybody else. And start first with a little bit of soul searching on what is it that brings you happiness? What is it that you're confident about? Is it music? Is it computer programming? But there's certain things in life that you are good at and that you have confidence in. And that's the key. Because you could take what those things are and work on your other things that are around you with the same idea, right? Because most of the things that you're good at and that you're confident at is something that you were taught and you learned. You were taught correctly, you learned correctly, and it got you to this point. So take that same sense of accomplishment and that same confidence and bring it forward in other areas of your life. And that could be becoming a good man. How do I become a good man? By starting today. There's a good starting point. Second part is it's never too late to be a father. Now, I've heard the comment that, a sperm donor isn't a father. A father is who raises the kids. And I can agree with that to a certain point. But I'm telling you, kids need their dad. And if you're in that court of wanting to improve, become a good father, then you need to start protecting your family, providing for your family, and teaching your kids the right way. And you're going to know how to teach your kids the right way because we're going to learn how to teach you the right way, right? If you've listened to anything on this video, you've already known that protector, provider, teacher, self-confident, the quietest man in the room. Find out what your insecurities are and bring them to the forefront and work on those. Why are you insecure about this or that? And a lot of times it's because you don't have the confidence. And you get confidence by, learning and doing it. And for you younger guys out there that are listening, because I'm going to start wrapping this up. And if this is something that you're interested in and becoming a better person, a better man, a better father, a better mentor, a better husband, we can do a number of series on that. And just let me know in the comments if that's something that you would like to learn. Again, it's a learned behavior, right? So let's finish up on, what we've been talking about. Is a protector, provider, teacher, has self-confidence, is the anchor, and so much more. And what I've seen with a lot of you young fellas, you kind of checked out of the game. You stopped playing. You stopped trying. It's whether for you guys that are still at home with your parents and you spend most of your time gaming in your bedroom. You say you're looking for work, but that never comes, right? It's because you checked out of life. You gave up. You gave up on yourself. And then I hear from a lot of you where you say that you can't find that Mrs. Right. I got news for you, fellas. Mrs. Right is looking for a protector, a provider, a teacher, confidence, and an anchor for her family that she wants to start. And if you're still living at home with your parents and you've checked out of working and you're spending most of your time on a game console with your other buddies that are all over the states or the world playing games, why do you think they'd be attracted to you? You've checked out. You're not providing for yourself. You're not protecting anybody. You're not teaching anybody. You're not a good role model. You lack confidence. You're not the anchor. What do you expect her to see in you? I guess that's what I'm trying to tell you. And if your idea of a relationship is a, online relationship with somebody that you don't even know, or could be somebody totally different, then you've been taught that's the wrong way. That's not a relationship, guys. And you're not going to find Mrs. Right in your parents' home, in your bedroom, on that gaming system. And she already knows that Mr. Right, the right one that comes along that she wants to raise a family with, she's not going to find him in a bar, right? Living at home. Can't support themselves. Always blaming other people for their problems. Lacks confidence. She's looking for someone that can provide, protect, help raise the kids, be a good husband, help each other out, and have confidence in themselves. I told you, women early on already know what they want. It's nobody's teaching the guys what they need to know. So for you guys that are still living at home, you need to first get a job and start making some money so you can rent a place of your own. And start to learn how to become self-confident in yourself. Show that you're someone that you can rely on. And that you're well respected by everybody. So on that note, you guys have a great Saturday. Let me know in the comments if this is something that you'd like to see a series on for you young men. It's more geared towards you than it is the women. But if you want to become a good father, a good man, a good husband, a good mentor, respected, self-confident, be the anchor, then I will take the time to try and teach you how to become anything you want and how to get anything you want in life. But you can't get it if you're checked out, guys. So now, today, check back in. Check back into your life and say, this isn't for me. It's getting me nowhere. Nobody wants to grow old together, okay? The right gal for you is not looking for people that are still living at home. All right, guys. You guys have a great weekend, and I'll catch you on Monday.